You know, in a city like Cali, Colombia, a place just buzzing with culture, there's one restaurant that's really turning heads. But here's the thing, if you just call it a grill, you are way off. So today, let's get into the real story, the soul behind Palomulata.
And that's not just me saying it. That's a direct quote from the founder, Carlos Romero. He says, "This isn't a grill, this is Palomulata." I mean, wow. That's a pretty bold claim, right? It just makes you wonder, what's really going on here? What makes this place so special?
Well, that deeper story, it all starts with the name. A name that's wrapped up in ancient myth and, believe it or not, some serious personal drive. If you really want to get Palomulata, you gotta start with its legend.
So check this out. The name comes from this ancient legend, right? It's about two warriors who fought to the death for a woman they both loved. The gods, seeing this intense passion, decided to turn them into trees so they could watch over her forever. And when she eventually died from a broken heart, she was also transformed into a tree named Palomulata. I mean, talk about a story of eternal passion.
And that fire, that passion from the legend, that's exactly what's fueling the founder. Carlos Romero says he literally dreamed of this. His words, "We do everything here with soul." He took the fire from that myth and turned it into a real, tangible vision. This isn't some corporate business plan, you know? It's the end result of a lifelong dream.
But here's where the story gets even more intense. This dream wasn't just built on a cool legend. It was forged in fire. A life-changing accident left Carlos with 27 fractures. 27! That's a moment that could have ended everything for anyone, but for him, it became the very foundation for this incredible story of just pure resilience. So yeah, the soul of this place isn't just passion. It's about grit, it's about perseverance.
Okay, so you've got this amazing backstory of passion and perseverance. But how does that, actually translate to what's on your plate? Well, it turns into this relentless, almost obsessive focus on flavor, all forged by fire. This is the part where Palomulata stops being just a story and proves it's a legit world-class place to eat.
And they kick things off with the absolute best ingredients. We are talking 100% certified Angus beef. Just listen to this lineup. You've got the massive tomahawk, the classic porterhouse and ribeye, the super flavorful entraña, that skirt steak, the absolutely epic Thor's hammer, and the tender Denver steak. Come on. This is not your average steakhouse menu. It's a statement. It's saying we're serious about quality right from the get-go.
And just think about the dedication here for a second. Their famous smoked beef ribs, they're not rushing those. No way. They're slow smoked for over 8 hours. That's a full workday. All for one dish, just to get that perfect, melt in your mouth, fall off the bone texture that everyone is talking about.
So, what's the secret sauce? How do they bring it all together? It's like this 3-step ritual. First, the meat gets bathed in these special brines. They call them salmueras, and some of them have wild ingredients like chocolate. Yep. Second, everything is served on these signature wooden planks, which is a really cool nod back to the legend. And then for the grand finale, the showstopper, they finish the meat right at your table with a culinary torch. It caramelizes the fat, and the smell is just unbelievable. It's dinner and a show, all in one. And that whole tableside torch thing, that's the perfect example of what they're all about. At Palomulata, it's never just about the food on the plate. It's about creating this complete boutique experience, something that's designed to hit all of your senses from the moment you walk in to the moment you leave. Yeah, they have a name for it, a parrilla boutique. So what the heck does that mean? Well, if you look at their manifesto, it says it's a concept designed to be lived from start to finish, a meeting point for those who love new gastronomic experiences. Basically, it's their promise that this is a place you come to explore, not just a place you come to eat. So let's break that down. What's the real difference? A typical grill, they've got a standard menu. Palomulata, they've got innovative dishes, and each one has a story. A typical place might have a house red or white. Palomulata, they have a whole curated global wine cellar. And you're not just getting standard service, you're getting personalized advice from an actual sommelier. And look, you don't have to take my word for it, or even their word for it. This is a review from a professional foodie, Mariluz E. She said, personalized service with a sommelier and a team completely focused on providing excellence. They succeeded. I mean, when a pro says you hit excellence, you know you're doing something really, really right.
All right, so let's recap. You've got the epic legend, the incredible story of perseverance, the unique cooking technique, and this whole boutique experience. But does it all actually work? I mean, it's one thing to have a great idea, but it's a whole other thing to actually win over the public. Well, let me tell you, the verdict is in.
And this one slide says it all. Number one, not the number one grill, not the number one steakhouse, the number one restaurant. Period. Out of all the restaurants in a city like Cali, which is a major food town, this is according to TripAdvisor users, the people who actually eat there, that is just a massive, massive achievement. It's the ultimate stamp of approval.
And it's not just TripAdvisor. The awards just keep coming. They were nominated for Best New Restaurant at the Premios La Barra, which are a really big deal. And they were the only restaurant from their whole region in that category. Then you've got the food influencers, like Deli Food Cali, who are just raving, calling their ribs the most spectacular. So from the official industry awards to the people on the street, everyone's saying the same thing.
So we kind of end up right back where we started. Palomulata didn't want to be just another grill. They built this place on a foundation of legendary passion, of incredible personal perseverance, of real culinary innovation, and just this absolute dedication to the experience. And the result? They're number one. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What truly makes a restaurant the best in the city? Is it the story behind it, the food on the plate, or the feeling you get when you're there? At Palomulata, it sure looks like the answer is yes. All of it.